Have you ever wondered why your data models sometimes fail to predict accurately? It's a common yet perplexing issue faced by many data scientists. You've got your data, you've built your model, but the predictions are just not as spot on as you'd like. Often this problem stems from the lack of depth or context in the data you're working with. Enter the concept of data enrichment, a potential solution to elevate your data's quality and thereby your model's performance. Could the answer to this conundrum lie in the process of data enrichment? Stick around to find out. Data enrichment, a term you've probably heard, but what does it actually mean? Let's dive into this intriguing concept. Data enrichment is the process of enhancing, refining, and improving raw data. It's a bit like a culinary master chef who takes basic ingredients and transforms them into a gourmet meal. The purpose of data enrichment is to add value, making the data more useful, insightful, and actionable. In the world of data science, data enrichment is a game changer. It can significantly improve the quality of data, turning a simple data set into a rich, detailed, and comprehensive source of information. It's like adding color to a black and white photograph, bringing the details vividly to life. But why is data enrichment so important? Well, think of it this way. The performance of your data models relies heavily on the quality of your data. The better the model. It's that simple. Data enrichment helps to eliminate inaccuracies, fill in gaps, and add depth to your data, all of which can enhance the performance of your models. So, what's the bottom line? Data enrichment is more than just a buzzword. It's a powerful tool that can give you a competitive edge in the world of data science. It's like giving your data a superpower. It fortifies the data to make your model stronger and smarter. So, how do we enrich data? It's not as complex as it might seem. The data enrichment process is essentially a four-step dance that begins with data collection. This is where we gather raw data from various sources. It could be structured data from databases, unstructured data from social media feeds, or even semi-structured data from web scraping. The key here is diversity. The more diverse our data sources are, the richer our dataset will be. Next, we move on to data cleaning, which is also known as data pre-processing. This step is crucial as it ensures the quality of our data. Here we deal with missing values, outliers, and inconsistencies that can skew our analysis. We might use methods like interpolation to fill missing values or z-score normalization to handle outliers. It's all about creating a clean, dependable data set for our next steps. The third step is data augmentation. This is where we add value to our data by incorporating additional information, often from external sources. For instance, if we're dealing with a data set about global temperatures, we might augment it with historical weather data or geographical information to give our data more context and depth. Data augmentation allows us to bring in fresh perspectives and insights into our existing data set. Finally, we have data validation. This is the final check to ensure our data is not just clean, but also relevant and accurate. We might use techniques such as cross-validation or backtesting to verify our data. This stage is crucial because it helps us maintain the integrity of our data, ensuring that the insights we glean from it are reliable and accurate. That, in a nutshell, is the process of data enrichment. Each step, from collection to validation, is designed to enhance our data, to make it more valuable and insightful. But how does each step contribute to the overall process? Let's delve deeper. Data collection, the first and one of the most crucial steps in the process. Imagine you're building a house. You wouldn't start with the roof, would you? You'd begin by laying a solid foundation. The same principle applies to data enrichment. Data collection is that foundation. It's the bedrock upon which all subsequent steps are built. So, what do we mean by data collection? Well, in the simplest terms, it's the process of gathering and measuring information. This information or data can take on many forms. It could be numerical figures, textual content, images, audio, and even video. It could be structured, like a neatly organized database, or unstructured, like a chaotic stream of social media posts. The key is this: it's all potentially useful. It's all raw material that can be refined and enriched. Now, this might sound like an easy task. Just scoop up as much data as you can, right? Not quite. You see, data collection isn't just about quantity, it's about quality too. Gathering relevant, accurate, and reliable data is essential. If you're building that house we mentioned earlier, you wouldn't want to use cracked bricks, would you? Take a moment to think about the tools you might use for data collection: surveys, sensors, web scraping, databases, APIs. The list goes on. Each tool has its strengths and weaknesses, and choosing the right one can make all the difference. But remember, data collection isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. As new data becomes available, it should be added to your collection. This way, your data enrichment process can stay up to date and relevant. So to wrap it all up, data collection is the vital first step in the data enrichment process. It's about gathering high-quality, relevant information that will serve as the foundation for all the subsequent steps. Remember, the quality of your output is only as good as the quality of your input. So data collection is a step you can't afford to compromise on. Once we have the data, it's time to roll up our sleeves and clean it up. Now, you may be wondering, what exactly does cleaning data entail? Well, think of it like a house. You wouldn't want to live in a house full of clutter and dirt, would you? Similarly, data cleaning is the process of going through our collected data and removing or correcting any inaccuracies, inconsistencies, or irrelevant parts. Why is this necessary, you ask? Imagine trying to make sense of a cluttered room. It's chaotic, isn't it? The same logic applies to data. Dirty data can lead to faulty analyses, skewed results, and ultimately, poor decisions. By cleaning our data, we ensure that it's reliable and accurate, thus making it easier to analyze and draw meaningful, reliable conclusions from. The process of data cleaning can be as simple as deleting unnecessary information or as complex as using sophisticated algorithms to identify and correct errors. But remember, the goal is not to change the data, but to improve its quality and reliability. It's about removing the noise that can distort our understanding of the data and hamper the data enrichment process. So just like you wouldn't want to live in a dirty house, you wouldn't want to work with dirty data either. Think of data cleaning as a filter. It removes the noise and leaves you with valuable, usable data. With clean data in hand, we now move on to augmentation and validation. Imagine you're an artist. You have a clean canvas, your base colors are set, and you're ready to begin. But to truly bring your painting to life, you need to add depth, texture, and detail. This is akin to data augmentation. It's the process of enhancing your data set, of adding those extra layers of information to make your data more valuable, more insightful. Data augmentation can involve several techniques. For instance, you might generate synthetic data that's similar but not identical to your original data set. Or perhaps you'll enrich your data by integrating external information, like demographic data or weather data, depending on your project's needs. By doing so, you're not just adding more data, you're adding more context, more dimensions. And in the world of data science, more dimensions often mean more opportunities for discovery. But hold on, we're not quite ready to unleash our data onto the world, not until we validate it. Validation in this context is like our final quality check. It's where we ensure our data is not only clean, but also accurate, reliable, and fit for its intended use. Data validation can take many forms. It might involve checking for consistency across datasets or verifying that synthetic data aligns with real-world expectations. It might mean conducting statistical tests to ensure data integrity or running your data through machine learning models to test its predictive power. This process is crucial as it helps us to catch any potential issues before they cause problems down the line. It's our safety net, our final assurance that our data is not just clean, not just enhanced, but ready to provide the insights we're seeking. So, as we journey through the world of data science, let's remember the importance of these final steps. The cleaning of the canvas is essential, yes, but so too is the careful addition of detail and the final inspection before showcasing our masterpiece. Data augmentation and validation are like the final checks before your data is ready to take on the world. So what have we learned today? We've journeyed through the critical realm of data enrichment, a significant and often overlooked aspect of data science. We started with understanding what data enrichment is, a process that enhances, refines, and improves raw data, making it a more valuable resource for data analysis. We then delved into the steps of the data enrichment process, which begins with data collection, followed by meticulous data cleaning, and finally data augmentation and validation. Each step is integral to the process, ensuring the data is not only accurate, but also relevant and meaningful. Always remember, data enrichment isn't just a process, it's a strategy, a powerful tool that can breathe life into your data, making it more insightful and valuable. It's the secret sauce that can make your models more accurate, your analysis more robust, and your predictions more precise. Remember, data enrichment isn't just a process. It's a strategy to empower your data and make your models more accurate. Don't forget to subscribe and like our YouTube channel for more insights into the world of data science.